Give everybody some time to join you because nobody knew you were going to go live, okay? So let's wait for some people to join you. And then you can tell them all about it. All right, you got somebody here so far.
Somebody?
Yeah. You got a couple people joining. So hopefully you can tell them about this and do your unboxings you want to do. Okay, you can start talking. You can tell them.
This is Maleficent. She is from the Disney movie Sleeping Beauty. In the animated movie Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent is played by the same actress who played Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, Eleanor Audley, and then for a live-action movie, Angelina Jolie. When I first saw the Disney live-action movie Maleficent and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, they were magical.
Which one was your favorite?
I like them both. And I once dressed up as Maleficent for Halloween.
That's right. And who's the voice of Maleficent?
I already told you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In the cartoon, Eleanor Audley, the same voice as Lady Tremaine, and for live action, Angelina Jolie.
And you want to do some unboxing today, right?
Yes.
Of your mystery packages. Well, people are watching, so you can do that now.
Now I can...
Yeah. You can show them what you're getting.
Now let's see. Some mysteries.
And then you're willing to answer some questions, right?
It's Princess Jasmine.
Ooh, she's beautiful.
And let's see who this one can be.
People are asking, who's your favorite character?
My favorite character? Still Snow White.
I thought it was the Blue Fairy.
The Blue Fairy from Pinocchio. Favorite character from Pinocchio.
Oh, who was that? Show everybody.
Rapunzel.
Oh, she's glittery. Show her. I don't think they got to see her good. Oh, there you go.
Oh, let's see.
Disney.
Merida.
Ooh, Merida.
What a lovely boat.
Oh, they can't see it. You hold it down this way. There you go. I bet.
This is a lovely boat.
Okay.
Now, let's see.
Who do you think that boat belongs to? Ariel and Eric?
Rapunzel.
Ooh, beautiful.
Let's see. Eugene.
Oh, Eugene Fitzherbert. Everyone wants to know what movie that's from.
Tangled.
Tangled. All right. Are you ready to answer some questions yet?
Hold on just a second.
Okay. Do you remember who got you this gift? I know we have a video about it.
Gotta throw my trash away.
Okay, after he gets all the trash away, he'll start answering questions, guys. You let me know when you're ready, Freddie, so I can read off these questions for you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, everybody would like to know, who's your favorite Disney dog?
Disney dog.
Yeah,
Pluto.
Pluto. All right. And what's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Mm-hmm.
Blue. And red is one of them.
Right. Did you like Frozen 2?
Yes, I did like Frozen 2. It was good.
Everybody's asking about your favorite Disney villain again. You want to tell them about it?
As always, the evil queen, Grimhilda.
Grimhilda, that's her real name?
Yeah, that is her real name.
Is there any Disney movie you don't like?
There isn't one.
Not a single one?
There isn't.
Right. What's your favorite food?
Spaghetti with meatballs.
How do you feel about the Hocus Pocus sequel?
I can't wait to see it.
When's it going to come out?
There's no date yet.
No date yet? All right. Well, that's exciting. What else do you want to tell everybody while you're here and they're talking to you?
I do know that when I saw Aladdin, the live action movie, it was good.
Right. You liked that one. Oh, a lot of people are asking if you like Coraline.
Yes, Coraline was a good movie.
What was your favorite part of Coraline?
The ending.
The ending? The button-eyed parents made you a little scared, didn't they?
They were scary, but they were not too scary.
That's your go-to, isn't it? And which do you like best, when they turn Aurora's dress pink or blue?
I like pink and blue.
Which one's your favorite one?
Just the same.
Just the same? And are you excited for Halloween?
Oh yes, I am so excited for Halloween.
Tell them all what you're going to be doing.
On Halloween, I'm going to be watching Hocus Pocus and having pizza and cupcakes.
Do you have some Halloween movie recommendations you could tell them? What are some of your favorite Halloween movies?
I do like The Nightmare Before Christmas and Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town. And I even like some movies that are not Halloween movies that act like Halloween movies.
Right.
Such as Snow White and Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. And I know Beauty and the Beast acts like a Halloween movie because of the Beast and the Rose.
Ooh, yeah, the Beast, it can be a little scary.
And I know Maleficent and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, they act like Halloween movies because of Maleficent.
That's right.
I've seen Life Size and Life Size 2. Life Size is the one with Lindsay Lohan and Tyra Banks.
Are they in Life Size 2?
Well, Lindsay Lohan is seen in a picture in Life Size 2, while Tyra Banks made an appearance.
Oh, you've got some people coming in from England. Go ahead and keep talking. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
When I saw Life Size 2, in Life Size 2, Eve fell in love with Chef Hyde.
Chef Hyde, would you love to fall in love with a chef?
I cannot say.
Someone who would cook for you all of the delicious foods you like?
Too bad there are no Eve dolls anywhere at all. Just like there is no such book called Holcroft's Book of the Dead, Volume 1. Can you imagine a magic spell that turns a fashion doll into a real-life person? If you can turn any doll, any toy to life with magic, what would it be?
I don't know what I would think. I wonder if any of your friends would want to turn some doll into magic.
Once, Kathy Jo's daughter, Erin Lawrence, once asked me that. She said to me that if I could turn any toy to life with magic, what would it be? And I said to her, Snow White.
I knew it would be Snow White, because Snow White's your absolute favorite, isn't it?
She always is.
Oh.
I know my favorite dwarf elf is Thunderella from Happily Ever After.
Oh, yeah, Thunderella. I wonder if any of your friends have seen Happily Ever After.
Has anyone seen Happily Ever After? The one with Snow White? Have they?
No one's answered yet, but they want to know how you feel about Ariel.
Oh, Ariel. She's my favorite Disney character, but not favorite Disney princess.
And did you enjoy the live action that we watched that one night with Shaggy and Queen? Who was
Queen
it?
Latifah?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the Little Mermaid live?
Oh, yes. Did you like that?
Yes.
Yes. What have you got over there? Oh, and you already told everybody about her?
Her dress kind of resembles Aurora. A dark version of Aurora. She sure has beautiful hair. She kind of reminds me of Mal from Descendants and Angelina Jolie's version of Maleficent when her wings got taken.
Yes. People want to know what your favorite non-Disney movie is.
It's always Happily Ever After.
That's right.
And I know my favorite non-Disney villain is Lord Malice.
Oh, everyone wants to know what your favorite Madea movie is.
My favorite Madea movie, it's always Madea's Big Happy Family. Although they say nobody words, I pay no attention to those words they say.
Right, you pay no attention. What was the movie you were looking for the other day? Halloween Boo 2? What was it?
Boo and Madea Halloween. Mm-hmm. It's not on Netflix, and it's not even on Hulu.
Yeah, we have to figure out how to watch it, don't we?
It is on Amazon Prime, but we can't even watch it.
Yes, we can. We can do Amazon Prime.
But it's not even on Prime.
Oh, okay. And people want to know about Scooby-Doo. You like Scooby-Doo, right?
It's been so long for me since I've seen Scooby-Doo. Once at Charlene's Angels, when Debbie Hoffman asked what kind of dog Scooby-Doo is, and the client said a Great Dane.
Oh, yes.
Not to be confused with the Dane from 101 Dalmatians.
Right? And you don't really understand the concept of least favorite movie, right? Because people ask all the time, what's your least favorite movie? Don't really have one, huh?
There are some things I always remember.
Right.
I can always remember when Charlene's Angels went to Golden Corral for lunch.
Oh,
I sure like their little hamburgers they had.
You do like Golden Corral, don't you?
And the ice cream and cakes and a glass bowl of Jell-O and pudding.
Do you like Pixar movies?
Yes, I do.
What are your favorite Pixar movies?
I sure like Toy Story and A Bug's Life.
And you have some Toy Story dolls, right? Who do you have?
Bo Peep, and I do have a Funko Pop of Bo Peep and Gabby that you said it was scary.
Well, Gabby was a little scary, and it kind of was upsetting.
Scary at all for me.
When she took Woody's voice.
In Toy Story 4, no one ever sees Sid.
Nope, nobody saw Sid.
But Sid is seen in Toy Story 3. He's all grown up and he works as a garbage man.
Yeah, he works as a garbage man, huh?
I never thought of it that way.
Me either.
I'm surprised.
Me too. What about Pocahontas? People are asking about Park Your Carcass.
As you always call Pocahontas Park Your Carcass because that's what Ludwig von Drake said.
Yeah, he did. Do you like her?
I've always been a fan of Pocahontas since 1996.
1996. And what about Pocahontas Part 2?
Oh, you mean Pocahontas 2 Journey to a New World? That was good. When Pocahontas went to the hunt ball in England. When I was younger, I used to have a small toy of Pocahontas in her ball gown. But you said that it's Belle.
Well, I was confused.
To you, she kind of reminded you of Belle.
Right.
As a figurine, that white stuff on her face, it was makeup. But in the movie, it's powder.
Powder? Yeah. A lot of people want to know how you feel about Mary Poppins.
I do like Mary Poppins and Mary Poppins Returns. First Julie Andrews and then Emily Blunt.
What else has Julie Andrews been in that you've enjoyed?
I do like her as the narrator in Enchanted. And she as Maria from The Sound of Music.
Oh, she was in The Sound of Music, and you like that one too.
I do.
Did you enjoy... Was she in The Princess Diaries?
Yes, she was in The Princess Diaries.
That's what I thought.
And Shrek 2.
Everyone wants to know how you feel about Moana.
Oh, I love Moana. It was good. I'm excited to see Moana the series.
Oh, yes.
Although I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to find out.
Did you like Shrek?
Oh, yes.
Who's your favorite Shrek character?
Snow White.
Who played... Snow White was in Shrek? That's right. Yes. You're right. I thought you liked Fiona.
In Shrek 2, Snow White is mentioned by the evil fairy godmother. And the evil fairy godmother, she addressed Shrek's big fingers as dirty green sausages, but those are not sausages. Those are his fingers.
They were his...
She was saying that just to be mean.
Yeah, saying it to be mean. People want to know if you like Tinkerbell. I know you do, right?
I even met Tinkerbell at Disney World.
You did meet.
And I've seen the movies as well.
Right.
The Tinkerbell movies, they're computer animation.
Did you...
And there's a queen called Queen Clarion.
Queen Clarion? Is she
She's
a
good queen,
That's
but
what I was
not
going to ask.
evil.
What was that? Nutcracker? Did you like that one that we watched?
You mean the Nutcracker in the Four Realms? That was good.
Yes.
And I have seen the Nutcracker, the one with Macaulay Culkin.
Ooh, people are asking about Wreck-It Ralph. How do you feel about that?
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet, they were both good.
What?
There was this eBay where they goofed that they think it's a game, but it's no game.
It's no game, is it? We would never do that, would we?
I always like the Disney princesses scene in Ralph Breaks the Internet. There was the scene where the princesses rescued Ralph from falling to his death. Snow White tossed the poison apple to Belle, who tossed it to Mulan, and Mulan sliced the poison apple with her sword. But in real life, a sword is just not as good as a knife.
Right, and it would be dangerous if we did that in real life.
You could kill yourself.
That would be terrible.
Yes, it would be terrible. Terrible indeed.
What about Descendants?
I do like Descendants and Descendants 2 and Descendants 3.
You've watched them all?
Evie is the evil queen's daughter, and Mal is Maleficent's daughter. Jafar has a son named Jay, and Cruella de Vil has a son named Carlos. Jane is the daughter of the fairy godmother, and Audrey is the daughter of Aurora, and Ben is the son of Belle and the Prince, and Lonnie is the daughter of Mulan, and Chad is the son of Cinderella.
Oh.
In the animated Descendants Wicked World, Alice from Alice in Wonderland has a daughter named Allie.
Oh, yeah.
I know Allie's pretty.
She is, isn't she?
And I know Uma is Ursula's daughter and Morgana's niece.
That's true. And somebody asked what your favorite pizza toppings are.
I like sausages and mushrooms,
pepperoni. Why do you like mushrooms so much?
Like Alice in Wonderland.
Right?
You know my love for mushrooms, don't you?
I do know your love for mushrooms. And you love Alice in Wonderland too, don't you?
Oh, mushrooms are delicious to me.
They are, aren't they?
I remember having mushrooms that look like pizza. They were delicious.
Yeah, they were delicious, weren't they?
I never forget.
You want to tell everybody what your favorite ride at Disney World is?
My favorite ride at Disney World, it's always the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Does it bother you when we have to wait a long time to ride it?
I don't think so.
What else do you want to tell them today?
I also like the Magic Carpet ride, how you can fly high and low.
You can,
and
can't
the Dumbo ride too, and the carousel, and the Haunted Mansion ride.
Oh, I love the Haunted Mansion ride.
And the Alice in Wonderland teacup ride, where I drive in a colored teacups that I get to go in.
And you make it spin so fast, don't you?
I sure love to give her a whirl.
You do love to give her a whirl.
Of all spin rides of any sort, no spin rides ever get me.
That's a good thing.
I never get sick on any spin rides of any sort.
That's good. And we haven't been anywhere but Disney World so far together, have we? But one day maybe we'll go to Disneyland, right?
Someday. We'll go to Disneyland someday.
Right. It's just a little more expensive for us to go to Disneyland because it's farther away.
If I save enough money in future.
Yep, you're going to save enough money for that trip, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Certainly.
I'm lucky to save money in my bank until I get a lot of money in my bank.
That would be exciting. What is your favorite? We didn't do the Tower of Terror ride, did we?
I don't think so. I don't think that's very nice.
You know, kind of like Space Mountain.
Kind of like Space Mountain.
Tell everyone how you feel about Space Mountain.
Oh, Space Mountain is so horrifying.
Did it nearly give you a heart attack?
I was joking about that.
Right, but it was pretty scary, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like the rides at the state fair when I scream on rides at the fair. But sometimes you gotta let it out.
People want to know what Disney live action movies you like. All of them, don't you?
I love all Disney live action movies. For some that are remakes, even some that don't count as a remake.
Like what didn't count as a remake because it was a whole different story?
It was a whole different story, yeah.
If you could do a part 2 of any movie, what would you do? Any Disney movie?
Snow White.
I know it would be Snow White. What would you hope would happen if there was a part 2 of Snow White? What would you want to see happen in it?
Where Snow White and the Prince celebrate their wedding anniversary.
You would love to see that?
I would love that.
Oh, yes, I would too.
Too bad Snow White does not have a sequel to her film, and the others are Aurora and Tiana and Merida and Moana.
All of them would make a good sequel, though, wouldn't they?
The only Disney Sleeping Beauty sequel that Disney ever did was Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
And that one made me cry, huh?
And I know the only Disney Alice in Wonderland sequel that Disney ever made was Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Right. People are asking about Agatha from WandaVision. You enjoyed her, right? When
Yes,
they revealed,
I did.
Right? I knew you did. You watched WandaVision with me, didn't you?
Did you know Catherine Beaumont is the voice of Alice and Wendy?
Is she?
Yes, she is.
Is she the voice of anybody else?
I don't recall Catherine Beaumont being other Disney characters since then. I do know Lea Salonga is the singing voice of Jasmine in Mulan. Lea Salonga sings A Whole New World and Reflection, and I know them well by heart.
You do know them well by heart. But who's the voice of Jasmine?
Well, the speaking voice of Jasmine for cartoon, Linda Larkin. But for the live action, Naomi Scott.
Right. And what about the voice of the genie?
Robin Williams. And then Dan Castellaneta, the same voice as the Homer from The Simpsons.
Oh, Homer from The Simpsons. I didn't know that.
And then Will Smith for live action.
Oh, did you? And you liked the live action Aladdin, didn't you?
And for the animated Aladdin, before Robin Williams got the role, I do know Eddie Murphy and Mike Myers, they were considered for the role.
They were considered,
but none of them got the role.
Sometimes it's like
I know
that,
I've
right?
seen The Emperor's New Groove and Kronk's New Groove, and I've seen the TV show The Emperor's New School, the one with the evil Yzma. Now, did you know that before Eartha Kitt got cast as Yzma, Barbara Streisand was considered for the role of Yzma, but she did not get the part.
She didn't, did she? So Eartha Kitt is Yzma, huh? And she makes a pretty perfect one.
Did you know that Cruella de Vil was going to be the villain in The Rescuers, but instead, Madame Medusa was the villain in The Rescuers instead?
Oh, you did enjoy The Rescuers. Who's your favorite character in The Rescuers?
I always liked Penny.
Penny? I thought it was Bianca.
Well, her too, but I also like Penny. I always like Penny.
Okay, everybody wants to know why you love Snow White so much. Do you know why?
Since I was 2 years old in 1994 and I first saw the movie, I sure liked it when I saw it. I know I did used to be scared of the evil queen, and then when I got older, I wasn't scared no more.
What would happen when the evil queen would come on?
I'd run out of the room. When the evil queen drank the magic potion to transform into an old hag.
And then when it was over, you'd come back in the room, wouldn't you?
Yeah. In the scene where the evil queen drank the magic potion and the glass shattered, and she was spinning, and her black hair turned white, and her elegant hands twisted into claw-like talons.
They did, didn't they?
That did used to scare me until I got used to it.
Right, you had to get used to it.
I did.
And who's your favorite Disney prince?
Prince Charming from Snow White. I read online he does have other names. Frederick, Ferdinand, Florian.
Right. Florian, that's a good name, huh?
Verna Felton plays the fairy godmother from Cinderella and Flora from Sleeping Beauty. And Verna Felton also played Aunt Sarah from Lady and the Tramp. And she was Winifred the Elephant from The Jungle Book. And she voiced Mrs. Jumbo and another elephant in Dumbo. And Verna Felton, I know she played the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Verna Felton had quite a life before she went to heaven.
She did, didn't she? And I know you like Sleeping Beauty. They want to know if you like Sleeping Beauty.
I always like Sleeping Beauty with Princess Aurora and Briar Rose. Mary Costa is the voice of Sleeping Beauty. But for live action, Elle Fanning. I do know that Catherine Beaumont and Mary Costa, they're still alive.
And what year was Sleeping Beauty released?
Sleeping Beauty came to movie theaters in 1959.
What year to VHS?
1986.
Do you know what year to DVD?
2003.
What about Blu-ray?
2008.
2008? Wow, you just know all kinds of facts, don't you?
I sure do. Aladdin came out on Disney DVD for the first time in 2004. And then in 2015, Aladdin came out on Blu-ray for the first time. And I know Cinderella, the animated, came out on Disney DVD for the first time in 2005. And in 2012, Cinderella came out on Blu-ray.
Right, definitely. Do you think, I know we've talked about this, you would like for me to retire and move to Florida. Would you want to work at Disney World?
That would be magical.
It would, wouldn't it? And what would you do there?
Anything I'd be good at in Florida.
You'd be good at a lot of things because you're so helpful and wonderful. People are asking if you have a least favorite princess. That means not as favorite. You don't like her as much as the others. Is there one you don't like as much as the others?
I can't say. I
didn't
simply
know.
can't say.
I knew that was going to be your answer. People want to know if you know about Monster High dolls.
I've seen them lots of times.
Do you have an interest in them?
I simply can't say. They're not like any princess I know.
Right. What's your favorite princess dress?
Snow White?
Her dress?
Yes.
Everything favorite is about Snow White, isn't it?
Snow White will always be my favorite forever and ever.
And then your favorite villain is Grimhilda. We already answered that one. What else do you want to tell them?
It's been since 2018 since I first tried bath bombs. Was it 2018?
Yeah, it was. You love bath bombs, don't you? You like to go to Lush, and what do you do in Lush when we get there?
Find bath bombs and whiff.
You whiff? You smell everything?
Smell, whiff. Is it the same? I think it is.
Yeah. You enjoy that.
There are lots of bath bombs I have tried and some I've never even tried before.
Right. Absolutely.
Ain't that the truth?
That's the truth. Oh, people are asking about Enchanted. Who was in Enchanted? Who was... I forget that movie.
I remember I saw Enchanted in movie theaters in 2007 and I loved it. And in 2008, Enchanted came out on Blu-ray.
Do you have it on DVD?
And my hard drive.
Yeah, you have it both.
I even have a book about Enchanted.
What actress was in Enchanted? Do you remember?
I remember Amy Adams, who plays Giselle. And I remember Susan Sarandon.
She's in another movie you used to watch with me.
James and the Giant Peach, the spider.
And the one Rocky Horror Picture Show,
and
remember?
Fairy Tale Theater. I think Susan Sarandon was Beauty. Sarandon. She was Beauty in the Fairy Tale Theater, Beauty and the Beast.
What's Fairy Tale Theater?
Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater. There are live-action versions of the fairy tales. Has anyone seen them before?
I'm not sure. I'll let you know if anyone has seen them. I'm asking.
It used to be on Hulu, and I believe it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube now, so everyone can go watch Fairy Tale Theater.
Fairy Tale Theater, it's not a movie, it's a show.
Oh, it's a show. I'm sorry. So they can watch the show.
I know I have seen Happily Ever After, Fairy Tales Forever Child, but not to be confused with the movie Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After, Fairy Tales Forever Child, it's on HBO. I've seen so many episodes of the show. I do like that one episode of Snow White in Native American, like Pocahontas. A Pocahontas version of Snow White. Instead of Snow White, her name is White Snow.
It is, isn't it?
And instead of the evil queen, Sly Fox.
Ooh, have you watched Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Oh yes, I love Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I believe it's the one with Angela Lansbury.
And I know you love Angela, right?
Angela Lansbury had quite a life many years ago.
What all has she been in?
Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast, and not Sophie, the Dowager Empress Marie from Anastasia.
Oh.
And she was also in Murder, She Wrote. I think Murder, She Wrote, it's on YouTube. Is anybody familiar with Murder, She Wrote?
Oh, yes. They are familiar with Murder, She Wrote.
Too bad that show is never on Netflix.
They want to know if you like Murder, She Wrote. Do you like watching it?
I watched it a long time ago.
What else is Angela in? She was in...
The Grinch.
Oh, yeah.
The Mayor. And the Balloon Lady.
The Balloon Lady in that movie that I didn't enjoy.
She did do the making of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I remember that.
I know my favorite character from The Wizard of Oz is always Dorothy. I like the part from The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy closed her eyes and tapped her heels together 3 times and said, "There's no place like home." And then with a magic spell, back to Kansas she went.
Oh, she did.
Isn't that lovely?
Ooh, people want to know about Thumbelina.
Oh, I've seen Thumbelina. She's a tiny girl the size of a thumb.
Do you like it?
I've seen so many versions of Thumbelina.
All kinds of versions, huh?
And I find them quite nice.
People want you to tell them more about Anastasia.
I have seen Anastasia, a Broadway musical. It was so much different from the movie. When I first saw Anastasia, the Broadway musical, I saw it on a website called VMO.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I've seen the Little Mermaid Broadway musical. When I saw the Little Mermaid Broadway musical on YouTube.
You do love musicals and Broadway, huh? What have you seen at Beef and Boards?
First at Beef and Boards, I saw Beauty and the Beast, and then next I saw Annie.
What happened at Beauty and the Beast? Tell everyone.
First at Beef and Boards, the Enchantress went flying over my head. And then next, Miss Hannigan scared me when she popped out the door.
It was a little scary. You like Annie, don't you?
I do. Miss Hannigan, Agatha Hannigan, but in the 2014 movie, Colleen Hannigan.
Colleen Hannigan?
I've seen the original Anastasia from 1956, the live action, the one with Ingrid Bergman and Yul Brynner and Helen Hayes. Sadly, Ingrid Bergman is dead.
Well, that's sad for sure.
The animated 1997, it's not a remake of the Anastasia that Ingrid Bergman was in.
It's just a whole different story?
I have seen The Secret of Anastasia, the one with the instruments. There was Prince Paul, who's really the evil Cheka.
Yeah, he was evil, huh?
I can't believe he kidnapped Anastasia. Luckily, Vladimir and the instruments rescued her. And as it turned out, those instruments are really Anastasia's family.
Oh, wow. They got turned into instruments, huh? Everybody wants to know if you have a movie recommendation for tonight. Maybe a Halloween-themed movie or something? You have anything they should watch tonight, maybe?
If anyone hasn't seen my favorite Halloween movie, Hocus Pocus, do check it out. It's on Disney+.
It is on Disney+. I bet everybody's seen it, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Cinderella movie? There's 3 of them, right? A Twist in Time? What? I forget.
There are so many Cinderella versions I've seen.
How many versions have you seen?
There are lots of them. I can't count the numbers of versions.
You can't?
No, I cannot count.
What are some of your favorite versions of Snow White movie? What about that one where the guy gets...
Oh, yeah. Oh, Snow White, the fairest of them all. The one with Miranda Richardson and Kristen Crook. Did you know that in March 2002, on The Wonderful World of Disney on ABC, there were 3 princesses, 3 premiere movies, Cinderella and Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister and Snow White, the fairest of them all. When I first saw Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister, it was some Cinderella tale I ever heard. Has anyone seen that version of Cinderella before?
I'm not sure if they have.
Has anyone seen Snow White, the fairest of them all, the one with Miranda Richardson and Kristen Crook?
I'm not sure if they have. They want to know about Once Upon a Time. You do like that one, don't you?
Oh, Once Upon a Time, the live-action TV show, it's always magical. But I still can't believe Regina ever impersonated Ursula. And the real Ursula said, "Next time you claim to be me, you'll find out just how real I am. Don't ever do that again."
That sounds like serious
She
business.
shouldn't have done that.
She shouldn't have, should she have?
Now, Ariel from the live-action show Once Upon a Time, she's not an official Disney live-action princess. The princesses from Once Upon a Time, they are not official Disney live-action princesses.
That's right, they aren't.
The Disney live-action princess Mulan is not to be confused with Mulan from Once Upon a Time. And Belle from Once Upon a Time, it's not to be confused with Belle from Descendants and Belle from Once Upon a Time.
Right. What about tell everybody, they're asking if you've been to the Indianapolis Children's Museum.
Oh, I've been to the Children's Museum so many times.
What?
I remember this dinosaur costume I could fit into. There are times when I go to the museum and I go to the Dinosphere, I sit on the eggs to keep warm till they hatch and protect the eggs from egg stealers. Even when children come to the nest, I catch them in the nest and I say, "What are you doing in my nest? Have you come to steal my eggs?" Even they catch me in the nest.
You have a good time. Is that from a dinosaur movie that you like?
Oh, The Land Before Time.
Yeah. How many Land Before Time movies are there?
There are so many of them, and I've seen them all.
You like them. Who's your favorite Land Before Time dinosaur?
I always like Sarah the three-horn, but everyone knows that for a dinosaur, Sarah, it's spelled C-E-R-A, but for a human, it's S-A-R-A-H, and sometimes just S-A-R-A.
Right. You can spell it either way, can't you?
Still, Sarah is a lovely name for a dinosaur and a human.
It is. I know a lot of people want to know, do you like the animated or the live action better of the movies?
Just the same.
I knew you were going to say that. Just the same.
I can always remember when I was living on Boulevard Place, I had neighbors called Tony and Ann. Tony was my next door neighbor, and Ann was my neighbor across the street.
Right.
I haven't seen them in years. Just like I have not seen Janet Lee Brandon in years.
You haven't, have you?
The one who's in a wheelchair.
Have you seen Jack and the Cuckoo?
Yes.
What was that about? I forget. I think we watched it.
I don't think I remember much of it, but I know we've seen it.
So it just probably wasn't one of your favorite ones, huh?
I do remember the Disney version of Hansel and Gretel, where the witch turned Hansel into a spider and then put Gretel in the cellar.
I wouldn't want to be put in a cellar, would you?
No, but I know once in 2006, in the spring, when I went to Mrs. Strobelbus's house for the first time in 2006, and I went down to Mrs. Strobelbus's basement, and you thought she would keep kids in her basement and eat them up as a pie.
I was just teasing.
She would never do anything like that. When I went in the basement in my teacher, Mrs. Strobelbus's house, I went down the basement and I read books. I read every book she had in the basement.
Every single book, huh?
One of them was Alice in Wonderland, and another was Sleeping Beauty, and another one was Cinderella, another was Snow White.
Right.
And another was Anastasia. I know Meg Ryan in animation is the voice of Anastasia.
Is that the Don Bluth version?
The Don Bluth.
What's the other version?
I used to have Anastasia on VHS when I was younger.
Right.
And I know I did last year. I got to see the non-Disney live-action movie Anastasia, the one with Emily Carey. The non-Disney live-action movie Anastasia, the one with Emily Carey, it's not a remake of the Anastasia that Meg Ryan was in.
Right, it's not the same.
It's a whole different story, not a remake.
Yes, I'm his mother.
Who would ever forget? And I know Christopher Lloyd played the evil Rasputin.
He did, didn't he?
Rasputin looks like Jafar.
He does look a little bit like Jafar.
I knew that. I can't believe the Tsar and his family perished during the revolution.
That was very tragic, huh?
Anastasia's family was destroyed except Anastasia. She escaped. But Anastasia died in real life.
Right, she did. That's sad. People want to know what you like to do besides Disney movies. What else do you like to do?
I know I still like to read.
Right.
And go out for lunch.
Do you like going to Trader Joe's.
I like Trader Joe's. I can't wait till we can go.
Hopefully we'll go next week. What are you going to get at Trader Joe's when we go there?
Fall treats of what we see for this year.
What are you hoping for?
I just never know what they're going to have.
You don't. And you like Whole Foods too, huh?
I always like Box Lunch and Think Geek and FYE. If I go sometime this year, I don't know what I'm going to find.
And you want to pop over to Lush too?
Yes.
That'll be exciting.
Even though the Disney store at the Castleton Mall is no longer there, and that's such a shame.
It is a shame, isn't
But I
it?
sure would love to see a toy store at the Castleton Mall if that happens.
Right, it's a bummer that they took it away.
At the mall downtown from where I live, the toy store used to be right from where it used to be until it got moved.
Yeah, they moved it, didn't they? Ooh, have you seen Into the Woods?
Yes, I've seen Into the Woods. That was a good movie.
You really like that?
I know I've seen The Grinch, the live-action movie, and the computer animation The Grinch with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Which is your favorite version?
Both just the same. The Benedict Cumberbatch version of The Grinch, that's not a remake of The Grinch that Jim Carrey was in.
Definitely not.
My favorite character from The Grinch is always little Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah, Cindy Lou Who's cute, huh?
And beautiful.
Very beautiful.
I had read The Grinch a long time ago when I was younger.
You did, didn't you?
In the book, little Cindy Lou Who, she's different in the book, but she's not the same in the book.
People keep asking if you're going to dress up for Halloween.
Oh no, I am not dressing up on Halloween anymore. It's not my thing. Not anymore.
But you could if you wanted to, right?
Don't you understand? I'm never, ever, ever gonna dress up. It's just not my thing anymore.
Oh, I understand. I think everybody was just asking.
I like myself just the way I am.
We love you just the way you are.
I like myself for who I am on the outside and on the inside.
Right, absolutely.
I always do. Some YouTube videos I often seen. Some YouTube videos are terrible and hilarious at the same time.
Right. Some of those YouTube videos upset you. The Oshitaka mushroom kids.
Leland and Leanna in London.
Yeah.
They still act like old toads.
They do, don't they?
I dare not say that to their faces.
Right, we wouldn't say it to their faces because that's not nice.
There are some things I never do forget.
Ooh, somebody just said they're from Brownsburg. That's where Rockstar Pizza is, and you love their
pizza.
You love their keto pizza with me, don't you?
I can always remember the Pizza Shack in Tipton. I went there so many times ever since the early 2000s. Was it the early 2000s?
It was.
First went?
Yep.
I always liked their pizza and biscotti, as people call it, spaghetti. Biscotti. That's a funny name.
It is a funny name, and people want to know what kind of music do you like?
I always liked Disney music.
Right, Disney music.
I remember in preschool, I used to listen to a CD called Disney's Princess Collection, the music of hopes, dreams, and happy endings. It's got songs from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and Pocahontas.
A lot.
At Goodwill, I have tried to find the first Disney Mania CD from 2002. I could not ever find it.
Right, you couldn't, could you?
I've always wanted it, but I never got it.
Well, maybe one day we'll find it. That's why you love going to Goodwill, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You just hunt for treasures.
So like the Simba from McDonald's that I got, I hope I ever do get Tinkerbell.
I know, we're hoping for Tinkerbell. We don't know, huh? What other ones in there did you want?
And Pooh Bear and Piglet. And Lumiere and Cogsworth. And Bo Peep.
People are asking if you like rap music, but that's my music that we're listening to, isn't it? You don't really care for it, huh?
Not much.
Okay, and everyone's asking what your favorite dwarf is. Who's your favorite dwarf?
Always Dopey.
Always Dopey.
Yes, indeed. It's always Dopey.
You have a wish list linked in your bio, don't you?
Yes.
But you don't expect anyone to buy you anything, right?
Especially if there are surprises to me.
Yeah, surprises to you. You like that, don't you?
I love surprises, don't you?
Oh, I think everybody loves surprises.
Imagine that.
Right?
I still remember those sky dancers my sisters and I used to have when we were kids. I always enjoyed watching sky dancers fly.
I didn't like the sky dancers at all.
They never get me.
Right, but I was always afraid they were going to come peck me right in the eye.
It never happened.
Nope, never happened.
Around me, to me, sky dancers are always like fairies.
Ooh, a couple of your friends said they had sky dancers too.
They did?
Yeah, and they liked them.
As much as I did?
I'm sure they liked them just as much as you did.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Oh, I must have turned them to the wrong side.
Oh,
That's better.
okay. You fix it however you want.
Like
Somebody said their sky dancer flew into their fireplace. Could you imagine that?
fireplace? Woof.
That'd be silly,
Did it
huh?
get destroyed?
I hope not. Maybe she'll answer if it got destroyed or not.
Pull the cord and then up they go.
Up they go. Do you have any sky dancers now?
I no longer have no sky dancers. They got lost in storage.
That's right.
I've been unable to find them.
Right. What about Polly Pockets? Do you have any Princess Polly Pockets? I can't remember if there were any or not.
I do have some quite similar, but the ones I've had before got lost in storage.
Really? Everything got lost in storage and we had to start over, huh? Keep talking.
I do remember how I used to have some of them Beauty and the Beast toys from McDonald's from 2002. I used to have Belle and Lumiere and Gaston and Mrs. Potts and Chip. I've always wanted the Beast and Cogsworth, but I've never gotten them.
Was the Beast a puppet? A hand puppet?
Actually, the McDonald's toy from 2002 with holding the rose.
Oh. That's pretty awesome.
Since 2001, 20 years ago, I have always wanted that Cinderella talking doll from 2001 where you squeeze her left hand and she speaks. I've never gotten her. You didn't have enough money.
I think I probably didn't back in that time.
And I remember I did used to have Snow and the Seven Dwarfs CD read-along in a box that looks like a DVD box. When you open it, there's a book and tape and a CD inside.
Right.
And I did used to have the Magic Bookshop Bear Snow White, a little teddy bear that comes with a little book.
Did you love it?
There's a lot of things I used to have that got lost in storage, and I've been unable to find them, but I do try.
We do try, don't we? Where do we go? We go to the Goodwill?
And any used bookstores of any sort.
You love the used bookstores, don't you?
There is more than one used bookstore I've never been. There are lots of them.
Right.
I know I have Disney Princess Collection, Jasmine's Enchanted Tales, Jasmine's Wish on VHS. There are others I'm missing that I'm still trying to find. I'm trying to find Jasmine's Enchanted Tales, The Greatest Treasure, and True Hearts and Magic and Mystery. And I'm still trying to find Ariel's Songs and Stories, Wish Upon a Starfish and Giggles, and a couple of volumes of Belle's Sing Me a Story, Beauty in the World of Music, and Chapters of Enchantment.
Oh, those are good. People are asking, when is your birthday, sir?
September 1st.
Does it bother you when I call you sir?
Not at all.
I didn't think so. You would tell me if it bothered you, wouldn't you?
There is so much I remember back in my childhood.
Right, you do remember everything.
I used to have some Disney dancing princess dolls from the 1990s. I used to have Cinderella, Jasmine, Belle, and Snow White.
Right? Did you like them all?
There was this one big box, this box on eBay I've ever seen with the Disney Dancing Princess collection. That was a Walmart exclusive. It's got Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White. I've been trying to find them at Goodwill, but I could not find them.
We just keep looking at Goodwill because sometimes it gets crazy.
As I remember the Disney Dancing Princess Snow White I used to have, when I pushed the button, her stand plays Someday My Prince Will Come, my favorite song.
That's your favorite song?
It always is.
Such a good song.
I don't know if you remember that I used to have Bubble Princess Collection Snow White doll.
I can't remember if you
in
did
a
or
gold
not.
star shape. I did.
In a gold star shape.
I still try to find a Snow White brush, comb, and mirror that I've seen on eBay that I couldn't find at Goodwill.
Well, sometimes we just don't buy things off eBay because they just raise the price real high. So we can do better if we find it at Goodwill, right?
I do remember when I used to have this one Snow White plush toy from 1993. This Snow White plush toy I had, she has this heart-shaped pocket of her yellow skirt and something brown that looks like a bird, but when you turn it upside down, it looks like a bunny rabbit.
Looks like a bunny rabbit?
I did used to have a sleepy plush toy that snores.
Right.
And I had a dopey plush toy. When you tap his head, he wiggles his ears. And I remember I did used to have this Snow White talking vanity that's pink. When I opened it, there's the voice that says, "Who is the fairest one of all?" And when I push that button, Snow White appears and says, "Dreams can come true." And then when you push the button again and Snow White appears, she says, "Hello, let's be friends."
I can't believe you remember all that. People are asking, is there something on your Amazon wish list that you want the most? Is there something you're really wanting that you haven't gotten yet?
There is some things I've never gotten.
Right. But you're just happy with anything, aren't you?
Happy with what I find.
You love finding things, that's for sure.
I do.
Do you have a favorite Funko Pop?
Still Snow White.
Still Snow White?
There are Disney sparkly Funko Pops that nobody has ever seen yet.
Right.
We have not yet to see a sparkly Funko Pop of Rapunzel and Jasmine and Alice.
I do think one of your friends is trying to find you the gold Snow White that you've been looking for.
Oh, the gold Snow White
that came with the backpack and the pin. Yeah.
Backpack with a pen.
That sold out
Is
fast,
anybody
didn't it?
trying to find that for me?
I think somebody is, yes.
And if they do tell.
I'm sure they'll tell you if they find it.
I remember how Aaron Enright in 2019 surprised me with a Snow White cake.
Oh, yeah.
And I got Disney figurines from Japan.
Right.
I got Snow White, Rapunzel, Alice, Tinkerbell, and I got Snow White in the wedding dress and her comfy clothes, and Raya.
Oh, Raya, that's right.
They're very beautiful.
They are very beautiful.
Aaron Enright is always so talented.
You gotta stop dropping people's last names on here.
My friend Erin, who made the Snow White cake, I did have a Rapunzel cake from her once.
Yeah, that Rapunzel cake was great. What was your favorite birthday cake you've ever gotten?
Snow White.
Snow White. Oh, people want to know, you still believe in Santa Claus, right?
Oh, yeah, I always do. I've seen him at the zoo and at the museum.
And we see him every year at the zoo, don't we?
Last year, I had to sit at a chair and a table, a study.
But normally you'll sit in his lap, won't you?
Everyone knows that Santa has not 5 hoes, not 4 hoes, it's 3 hoes. Everyone knows that.
He says, ho, ho, ho. You're right.
I know that.
Right? Do you love Mrs. Claus, too?
Oh, Mrs. Claus, she's a nice woman.
She is. What do you do with Mrs. Claus?
I do decorate a cookie.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it?
They have these ketchup bottles with any color frosting to decorate the cookie.
Right.
And sprinkles, too.
Yep, sprinkles.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about?
There's nothing I can think of for now.
All right, well, tell everybody thank you.
Thank you, everyone.